Greetings, Guardians. Welcome your faces back to the channel. As you can see by the intro of the video I have up on screen, we're getting a Star Wars collaboration in Destiny 2. This is huge. This is literally the best thing that I've seen in such a long time for Destiny. As a huge Star Wars nerd, I'm surprised that they haven't done a collaboration sooner, but as you can tell, we have the Hunter on the left, Titan in the middle, Warlock on the right. Hunter's getting the Death Trooper armor. The Warlock is getting the Praetorian Guard armor, and the Titan is getting a cheesy breezy Stormtrooper armor. Fuck the Titans. As you can also see by the picture, we are getting a new ship, which looks like the Lord Vader's TIE Fighter, and I do not have it on here, but if you guys look down below, I'm going to link the TWAB down below. You can see what is coming, and if you go into the dev live stream recap, you will see that the Ghost Shell is the Death Star. It actually functions like the Death Star 2. It's destroyed, and it shoots a laser, so that's pretty sick. Alright, let's get into the rest of the video now. Alright, so as you can see up on screen now, this is from the new area within the Dreadnought. It's called the Ether. It's going to be a roguelite experience from what they are saying now. It's going to be really difficult, but it's also a go-at-your-own-pace type of deal. So you can still explore the Dreadnought. It's just not a playable area, which to me is kind of a loss because there's just so many people who would rather explore than go into an area, which, keep in mind, within the is it the Ether? No, the Nether. They're calling it the Nether. Within the Nether experience, you're going to have revive tokens. So if you die just by exploring, you waste a revive token, and that's kind of shit. Bungie, I really hope that you guys make this into like a area where you'll be able to just explore without having to go into the activity. I mean, we're getting the Dreadnought. I don't know how much harder it would be just to separate the two, but whatever. So let's go into what they're saying. So the Nether will also offer up some unique modifiers and ways to power up as you battle through. Throughout the runs, you'll come across boons, which offer stackable buffs to help you power up. You might remember this from the Coil back in Season of the Witch. The boons you choose will dramatically increase your Guardian's capabilities, maybe with more ability regen or damage, or just with stronger damage outputs from certain weapons. Choose the ones that fit your playstyle the best, and then go all in against the Hive and the Dread. Just be mindful of what path you choose, as some boons may have negative side effects on top of that inside. The Nether, everything should be considered a currency, a resource. Guardians have more health and shields, but do not regenerate shields. Yeah, that is the trade-off. Like, you're going to go in, even when they were picking up orbs, they weren't regenerating, but then again, I don't know if they had the mods on their... I don't know what these devs have for mods, so. Also, ammo will also be very limited, so your primary weapons are going to basically be like your saving grace, and those finders are going to come in handy. Similar with revives, so as I was just saying, you have a number of limited revives, but you can earn more too in other worlds. In other worlds? What? Be careful when you venture into enemy territory. So, I'll get more details on this on Tuesday, but from what they were saying and what they just said in that little snippet, this is going to work like the Coil to an extent. A little bit of the Coil, and I feel like maybe a little bit of Grandmaster, I feel, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Let's see what's... next up, we have the seasonal guns. So we will be getting a new sword, it looks like an auto rifle, a fusion rifle, and a grenade launcher. So it's going to be it's a strand support auto rifle. It's the first ever that is strand. Adamant not only heals friends, but spawns unraveling projectiles that will trace and hurt your enemies. That is pretty big. I will actually probably be using Strand a lot next season, and we'll get into it here in a minute with the artifact. So, then we also we'll show the first of the Aerial Denial Arc Grenade Launcher, the Psycho Pomp, Psycho Pomp, can roll with new arc perk Rolling Storm that grants bolt charge after final blows. We can't wait for you to discover the rest of the heretical arsenal. So then, next up is the reprised weapons from Season of the Arrivals. They didn't really talk about the other gun that they have on this list. I just wanted to just reiterate that that is not in there at all. From what I can tell, neither is the sword. They're just showing it off. But these will also have adept versions, and they will also be able to be fit adept mods, which include a second origin trait and can also drop with additional perks in the third and fourth column for these heretical weapons. So that's pretty dope. Are adept mods coming back? I don't know. I haven't seen any. Like, I've done everything, and I don't have any adept mods currently. I don't know why. Alright, now as you can see up here on the screen now, we now have access to the Season of the Arrivals. These are going to be repraised weapon sets, so we will be getting the Cold Denial High Impact Pulse Rifle, but don't sleep on any of them as they can have interesting perks there as well. All 5 are available from day 1 of Heresy. So, right off the rip, I can tell you right now, the top weapon is not a pulse rifle. That is an auto rifle. Forget the name of it. I have it in my vault. I'll pull it up on Dim right now. The caster sword on the left. Never really used caster frames, but that's the Cold Denial is the pulse rifle, which I believe is the one on the bottom, and then we have the Whispering Slab. And then that auto is the False Promise. And I don't know if I saved a sword from that season or not. Probably not, as I don't really use caster frame weapons, so I do not have one. I even vaguely remember the name. It's driving me up a wall. But these are the weapons coming back in the day 1 of next Tuesday. Next up on the chopping block, we will be having a first in many years. This will refresh the raid for a lot of peoples who have done it so many times. Up on screen, as you can tell right now, that is Vault of Glass weapons. Why are they up on screen? Because they are going to be craftable as of Tuesday. So that is freaking huge. They're also going to be craftable adepts for the counterparts. It works exactly like the other adept weapons. They're not fully customizable. Just the perks in the columns 3 and 4 are customizable, so you'll still have to farm, but you'll also get access to other perks within that and stuff that will completely change the way you play. But every single gun in Vault of Glass is going to be craftable. I will be going through Vault of Glass on all 3 of my characters trying to farm these red borders because I love these guns. Okay, one of the best hand cannons in the game, the Fatebringer, is finally going to be craftable. You can put exactly what you want on it. Plus, I'm pretty sure they're going to put some new perks into it as they're reworking them. So, that is pretty big. Next on the chopping block is going to be our... This is going to be the new set for Trials of Osiris. Trials of Osiris is getting reworked. I don't know if I did the TWAB for it, but it's going to work more like how Iron Banner got reworked, so that's big. But this is the armor set. We got the Titan, the Hunter, and the Warlock. Warlock on the left. Hunter, which is a kitty cat, and Anubis on the right. And it looks like the Warlock might be a scarab or something. I'm not entirely sure. I can't really tell what it is. I'm excited for these. Finally, some new armor sets. Don't really play much Trials, but with the reworks, I might give it a shot again. Alright, so next is new exotic weapons. Borrow a Dyad. Cool looking disc. Yep. I'm just going to skip all this. Essentially what this is going to be, this is a strand submachine gun that will generate blinding, blighted seekers when shooting it, and regen ammo very fast when not. It's a win-win combination. So, not sure if this is going to be the weapon that is going to drop as soon as the game starts for next Tuesday, but I cannot wait to get my hands on these. On this, I should say. This is with the Eververse ornament. One's Eververse and one's not, or they're both Eververse. I'm not too sure. Picture, based exotic and Eververse exotic weapon. Okay, so the one on the left, I believe, is the Eververse exotic, and the one on the right is the base weapon. So that's pretty tight. This is another exotic weapon. This is called the Lodestar. We have a primary... we've had primary ammo weapons shooting special ammo before. How about we do it the other way around? Hersey's Season Pass exotic weapon is our first ever primary ammo trace rifle. It shoots a beam of arc energy from the hip in a burst if you aim down sights. All and wait, what the? And all arc damage sources will charge its unique arc alignment meter. When filled, do a special reload to overcharge it and jolt enemies when hit. What is this gun? For more radical fun, you can also check out our latest blog entry over at the official PlayStation blog, where we talk with the Destiny 2 developers about Heresy, including more details on the Nether activity, the return of the Dreadnought, and more. I'll read about it here. I'm going to link this down below for you guys because there's a lot in this article, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to read that PlayStation blog after. Here's the new artifact. It's literally like looks like the Dreadnought. It's pretty sick. But let's get right into the artifact perks. So, column 1, it'll be up on screen in a second. I'm going to go right across column 1, 2, and 3 on the top. So column 1 is going to be an unstoppable fusion. We all know how that works. Unlocked, which is overlocked and loaded while you are amplified or have bolt charge. Arc weapons gain increased handling and reload speed. Hold the line. While surrounded, machine guns and glaives gain increased reload speed and stability. Final blows heal you. What the fuck? Column 4, Dreadful Finisher. Defeating powerful combatants with your finisher spawns special ammo for you and your allies. Defeating subjugators or tormentors or champions spawn more ammo. And then in the last column for row 1 is the Particle Reconstruction. Dealing sustained damage with fusion rifles or linear fusion rifles partially refills the magazine from reserves and grants them bonus damage for a short time against that target. That is a perk that hasn't been around for many, 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 many seasons. Alright, so our next set. So the next set of perks is going to be Overload Machine Guns. We all know how that works. I'm not going to read into that one too much. Deep Alchemy with weapons with the Subjugation Origin trait gain increased stability, reload speed for a short duration while hitting any target. These weapons are also overcharged when that modifier is active. Defeating arc debuff targets grants a bolt charge, which is the next perk, Dielectric. I have no idea. We got Boost also on it. Rapidly defeating arc debuff targets spawns overpower and heals a small portion of your health. Next one is Mangalined Harvest. Rapidly applying a volatile causes your next instance of void weapon damage to create a weakening burst. What the fuck? So volatile rounds just became cream of the crop again. My void build is going to be insane with that. And then we have Elemental Supercharger. Defeating exhausted or severed targets with weapons that match your super element grant super energy. Exhausted targets deal reduced outgoing damage. Exhaust is applied by disrupting combatants or by weapons with the Psycho Hack or Subjugation Origin trait. Psycho Hack, that sounds interesting. Alright, so now we have Anti-Barrier Sidearms, Volatile Marksman, Rapid Void Weapon Precision Hits, and Rapid Void Weapon Final Blows grant volatile rounds. And there's a booster on it, kind of like the potions, I'm going to assume. Volatile Detonations grant class ability energy. That's pretty freaking big. Then we have the King's Vestige, defeating powerful taken loads. What the fuck? Defeating powerful taken loads your weapon with taken energy. The next 3 times you fire, launch 3 taken seeker rounds that disrupt and exhaust targets. Exhaust targets deal reduced damage. So that's basically where you're going to get that from, which is the taken vestige. And the weapons from the season, I'm assuming. And then we also have Flashover. When you gain maximum bolt charge, you also become amplified. Lightning bolts deal more damage. And then the final one, we have high ordnance regeneration, dealing sustained damage to targets with heavy machine gun or rocket launchers. Grants damage resistance and increased grenade and melee regeneration for a short time. This is already 10 times better than what we currently got. So next is anti-barrier sniper rifles. Not going to read too much into that. Then we have legendary incarnate weapons with the time lost origin trait gain bonus damage. These weapons are also overcharged when the modifier is active. So they're not only are they remaking and redoing the Vault of Glass weapons, but they're going to be in season. Holy dog shit, this is going to be awesome. Disruptor Spike, improve the effects of exhaust or sever, lowering target's damage output even farther. And I've already read what exhaust and that does, so we're not going to read that. Horde Shuttle, damaging unraveled targets with weapons, occasionally spawn threadlings. I will be making some pretty interesting builds this season. Defibrillating Blast, stunning a champion grants maximum stack of bolt charge, triggers an arc bolt that heals you and jolts combatants if it's damp. What the fuck are you guys? Yo, you guys went from shit to goddamn, this is the best thing we've had. Why? Why did it take you fucking 3 episodes to give us something that's good? The fuck? And finally, we have Unstoppable Glaives, unraveling orbs, picking up an orb of power or tangle grants strand unraveling rounds. Thank God they're finally back. We have not had this since season of the Wish, I believe. So this is going to be fantastic. Then we have Photonic Flare. Defeating exhausted or severed targets with arc damage releases a blinding burst. Oh boy. And then we have Nobel Rapid Glaive Melee Final Blows grant special ammo glaive addition glaives. Let me reread that. Rapid Glaive Melee Final Blows grants special ammo. Glaives additional ammo. Blocking damage with glaives. Increase their melee damage to targets. And then we have Void Flux. Defeating a weakened target with a void weapon applies a volatile to the nearby targets. Powerful targets increase the radius of the explosion. Oh my god, dude. I don't know if you guys are just excited as I am for next season, but I'm hyped for this one. This is going to be 10 times better than every season we had so far year to date when it comes to these episodes. This is so far the best artifact that we've had in a while, and I'm pretty excited for it. As well as Vault of Glass weapons and reprise season of the Arrivals, one of my favorite seasons with the weapons. But anyways, guys, that will be it for the video. Before I go, make sure you turn those post notifications on when you hit that subscribe button, because you don't want to miss another upload. We're on the road to 500 subs. Consider subscribing. If not, no big deal. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, Guardians. I'll see if we can get 5 likes on the video. And again, turn those post notifications on so you can get those notorious first comments. Peace out, Guardians.